Bulldog gave an insight of what transpired at the law court yesterday. We all know what's trending. It's about Kofi Boat and the FBI. And the reason for the sitting in the court wasn't about wasn't about the merit of the issue. This was centered about the extradition, knowing purposely that these guys will be sent back to US to make their case. But I think Kofi Boat has one of the powerful lawyers, so it was a whole back and forth thing. So they had to adjourn the case to 1st July. To crown it all, it was a business transaction that went wrong, as Shatta Wale has been saying for some days now, and people thought Shatta was in his feelings and he was trying to empathize and sympathize with this guy in question because he is his godfather. But Shatta was making a huge case that people actually ignored, and now it's that open. So enough of the long talk. Let's listen to what Bulldog said, and I think finally a whole UTV is siding with what Shatta Wale is saying for the first time. So let's listen.
Sir, and let me also say, in this conversation, the interest is not on any kind of musicians that may have benefited from them. We are looking at this whole issue with scammers and Edim Bonia, Ebre Ghana, and what the facts are.
Okay, so I think that in the Ecoso, you know, my concern really is about the substance of the case. Sana I mean, so I think that early this week now, Mitzi say, interdicting Kofobi. Obi to say Kofi Boat, Madam Fupa.
Okay.
Yes. So yesterday I think I was in court. Today is Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was at the court myself.
Okay, who call?
Yeah,
here in Ibi.
Yes, you know, I want to support because or mini papa, you know. So now my concern is about the substance of the case.
Okay.
And I'm because my sister Kano Obia patches okay, a my bad name, Nisanyo Mano. Yes, a new hope, but with time, a dino, depending on the outcome of the case, no, I bet to me a YP if you hope. I mean, the Kofi Boat I know, not yet, you know, so I can only say that from where I sit.
Okay.
Now, I'm also, I sit here as an example of somebody that have been accused of something before.
Okay.
And time vindicated me. So me can say in Kofona me fan say ayo mude and I say ebia bimuso a omaye disappointed say sa nyoma na esi no. And I think that they should give themselves time because time will vindicate the people that didn't do anything and also would stamp into reality in Kofoma BBR, you know. So I mean, I think the noise is all over the place in Kofo. I don't know, again, Mrs. Taka, I don't know why we are happy and when people are in some sort of a problem, you know, it's sad. It tells you how sad we are in this country as a people. Can I say? Obi nam na obi bomba is assembling tunu. Oh, inti. So na baby cry na assemble tour na nkofa afa no World Cup na omo yes omuniachi, you understand. It's a very sad place that we are into omuntu omobo me make us say strength to Kofi Boat and the wife and in the family, you know. Everybody was there on that day. His friends, he had a lot of people to support.
Okay, so my just few minutes, can you give us what really happened at the court?
They be mean to me,
because there's a report of what transpired.
Report of kind of me update. Na me anya me na me ba kind to kind am to make just say the kind no yampa anase yampa but me reporter. So summarize it.
Okay.
Because me name say asem wo court. You know, because there's a reason why they went to that court. I think it's a magistrate or a district court.
You see,
High Court.
the problem is not with reporting what happened in court.
Okay, so what exactly do you want?
It's making judgmental statements.
I know.
Of a case that is pending.
I know.
It's, what, they let me be saying what happened.
Okay, so I'm saying
pass a judgment on
no,
the case.
I can't. I can't. I'm just saying, say, they were there for a specific reason. It's a magistrate or a district court, I'm sure.
Yeah, I almost say basic or something.
Yes, basic court. Well, Katamantrichi. Yeah. Usually, Senate Assembly apparently the right court to allow the extradition.
Yeah.
And High Court and Supreme Court. So I think say a whole no court. So say any lawyers, Kofi lawyers by, and I think the other two parties will be our lawyers by, and they argued.
The other two parties in the government side and
what I mean is they say okay, so there are three people in the booth,
okay.
Kofi and two others. I don't know.
Oh, okay. The other people that
then the
yeah.
state. The state
okay.
is the state prosecutor.
Okay.
Facilitate extradition. You know, so by Kofi and the lawyers, so by and other individuals, there are about three. You know, so they argued the case out and made points the reason why that cannot be done.
Okay, that he cannot be extradited
at this specific moment, or whether he can be extradited at all.
Okay.
What I said, they make their arguments, and I'm sure that the judge heard what they said, and also I think she adjourned the case to I think 1st July. I've been wondering, say 1st July, say a holiday.
It's a prayer, national prayer day. Okay. But I do not think say
on the declared holiday. Okay. So that's what really transpired. But I mean, the lawyers of Kofi Boat did amazing because the arguments were solid. You know. So I think we're hoping for the best. The mechanism. So the people that are out there are almost, they are excited about. I don't know what they're excited about. And even if Kofi Boat is extradited to the United States, it's not like he's guilty. There are charges. So
innocent until
exactly. So these are just charges. You know, say bibini kra no court or maybe I will call Makola court. What I say, got 10 no ni level where no be call no akwa kanasem. Until you be kanasem maybe you be say or you're guilty and also on you're guilty. I don't know what your problem is. And even if he's found guilty or not guilty, I think it's none of your concern. I mean, sometimes I just don't understand. You don't find us in Baofi, we soon find what's in Konifi.
So the gloating.
Mentioning
names of people they think should be prosecuted.
You know, it's sad. You know, just by sitting here, crowd beat me, Nibufu. Well, for nothing, won't hear she. Maybe I also have no background. And who pardon one, the Yaba, Sana, Yakaka, that not Nibu for nothing. Into all two on our bomb pie say, Yembechu. I don't understand what the situation is. So,
okay.
You know, and I'm hoping say we all get out of this because, like my sister said, generally, if it's a Ghanaian name,
it's bad for all of us.
Yes, so we will need to clear the and these things it happens everywhere in the world. But
is it also the case that in court and from the court proceedings, it has come out say, I say Ibimu Castle or non kwana why involving himself into a certain fraud scheme to the tune of about $100 million. But is it the case that court in the lawyers are trying to make it clear that he is not and has not done such a thing?
Okay, so to start with, they can't even go into the merits of the matter. That's not why they are there. This court has no jurisdiction over the matter.
Okay, so this is about whether you're court and I'm
very, very simple. You know, so I'm sure the arguments and whoever made the report might put that because obviously it's public. And they say, I mean, can he be extradited or not? What I say, based on what the law says.
Okay.
If the law allows, say any no court. Non kanasema obekwa kanasem. What I say allow law no so allow because you see you say before you make an arrest, and this is like a general assertion, before you make an arrest it depends on the jurisdiction and not necessarily the the office that's looking for you.
Okay.
So everyone say Yoko show, maybe a CID office, maybe a police, depending on the office that is calling you, there are different approaches to it.
Actually, on the international law, when it comes to issues like this, when there's a case, not the victim, no, the country, victim, no one, no, or when what jurisdiction, or when they handle case, no, unless stated otherwise. Into this is
the victim is in the
the victims are old Americans, according to the
if that country has got that
agreement.
that agreement with
us.
country now, but maybe America has an agreement with Ghana in respect to extradition. So
it's the same way. Say, you saw a finance minister,
former finance.
Exactly. Sorry, former finance minister. My point I'm trying to say.
No, sorry, I don't mean to cut you. Okay, you continue.
My point I'm trying to say is that before the finance minister landed on the red notice, there was communication between the OSP's office and on one casa. What did they make an say? So the question is, I don't know. These are things that I didn't hear in the court. Say, at any point, you invite Kofi Boat and I will say, okay, yeah, she show baby, and I want call. What you say?
Yeah.
And is he on any wanted list? I'm sure some of these things may
any
come
Interpol list.
Good. So maybe I say, Sanyo Manaba, and I yan for a very long time, and or Dodi don't say, then this is where we ever move. But if you go into the merits of the matter, and assign your money now and trust, then what is the urgency in the extradition? What I said, these are things I'm sure say the lawyers will throw about in court.
Okay, now, finally on the court, is it also you can maybe clarify? If it's not, we can just move on. Is it also the case that the FBI representation at the court presented a question of presented a document stating that Kofi Boat, that's his name, your friend,
yes,
was involved with one Frederick Asante in terms of money transaction to the tune of 300,000, not 100 million. The honor is 100 million and 300,000. So the report is saying that it's 300,000 and linking Kofi Boat to that Frederick no and then back court, and that, according to what happened in court, was a genuine business transaction and has nothing to do with scamming.
Okay, so again, I didn't hear all that in court.
Okay.
And I'm saying the court that they went to has no jurisdiction to get into the matter. Now, I don't know who wrote this, but if anybody...
It's a reporter from the court.
Yeah, I'm sure this will be part of your friend saying, what should we call it? Arguments now, the lawyers,
exactly. It's an argument that lawyers present.
Yeah, but that's not the right forum for Kasan, because they are not there to talk about the merits of the matter. So ABI, they wanted to use that because one of the things that I heard, they say Kofi has almost about 1,000 workers on your Muyojuma.
Yes, company.
He runs, he runs multiple businesses. One of his businesses, I know, a cold store. Or a cold store, yes. So he has, I think, 300 direct workers, and now 700 more agents are on your Mudili.
Wow.
Yeah, and I've known this for like, a minute, So these are some of the things. Amube can't work out. The saying say, to let you know who you're dealing with and how come, and I say who plucking it out of the system. So I'm sure
they dealt with this also in court.
Yes. Okay. These are things that his lawyers raised. So I'm sure this might, but me, dear man, I was in and out because the phone calls, you can't. Okay. So maybe I missed some of these things. The fact of the matter is, no, that court has no jurisdiction, has no right, has no power, because that's not the matter before it.
Yeah, but they need to also prove to the FBI people that this person you want to pick is not involved in what you are accusing him of, so you cannot pick him.
No. So what Matilda can I say? But the point of the matter is here, and that's one of the things. I don't know. Maybe if you read down the report, you hear.
Yeah.
Kofi Boat's lawyer raised the fact that his client. Any notice be as on him crash will be sure.
Yeah.
On him so be sure. On one case be funny player.
Yeah, they stated it here too.
Yeah, good. what he said, and that was a very solid point. Me, after the proceedings, I saw the lawyer and said, hey, that was a good one, you know, because when himself will be Shishena, why won't he go and face? Last week I was seated here and said, Obi to say Hajia for real, I respect her, and she's a man more than the current, you know, so the former finance minister, because Hajia SMC, you know, on one kasa, you know, or you know, yes, from Britain. And the American, no facing whatever. And yes, so if you are a man and asema to you go, you don't run away. Yeah, nipa na edwani mpajoze. There be who here so yare na so yare. You just come and do what you have to do.
But focus on,
you know. So I'm sure say the lawyers made that assertion, you know, and our presentation. So all those factors, I'm sure, will be
considered in whether you
have judgment to say strike that your man as a memo. And I think that there was something to they raised about say Oni Iyoko. So you know, so let's see what goes on. But whichever way I'm saying, say those who are talking are excited. You know, because M will be now them Nisika Ombe Eba Okutokumi. The guy is a nice guy in the family, nice family, and she samba when you made Jimmy sa and
only me ana.
Oh me Debbie.
That's all Kashman.
Sorry, and then
so no like
Debbie and almost post the idea no.
Yeah.
So Isaac also already you comments. Almost post the way. I mean, can't comment, but that was the first comment I saw. Mr. But we see why Titi said Titi family house. I don't know how people. How Unity Titi family house.
What did he do?
Ariana.
Yes.
So that's how.
Oh me.
I don't know here.
Some post. And then you get to why Titi family house. I don't know how that looks like. That's what we are. Thank you so much.